So tell me everything you know about proxying while I load up the game. Is it this most recent one?
Yes, the most recent one, which is, I think it was 18 kills, 9 deaths. I don't remember.
Yep, 18 kills, 9 deaths. Quick play?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never played quick play. Do rules change in quick play? Like...
No, it's the same. It's just like Swift play.
Okay. I've never played Swift play either. So, like, is it all
You
the
don't have
same?
Swift
Like,
play?
minions spawn at the same time, all that stuff?
Yeah, it's the same. You just don't ban champions.
Okay, there's no champ ban. Okay, cool. Sweet.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, talk to me everything about that you know about proxying.
Well, proxying is more like when you take minion waves from the enemy laner, and which make them, focus more on you, less on the minion wave.
Okay.
You get more gold from it, and that's it. That's all I know. Yeah, right now.
Okay. Can you get the same amount of gold from one wave proxying versus playing normally?
I don't know.
A minion is not worth more depending where you kill it. Wherever you kill a minion, it's worth the same amount of gold. So I kind of gave you a trick question. The answer is no. It's the exact same amount of gold. So, let's go now deeper, and based off kind of what I was talking about with Nova, why would we want to proxy if a minion is worth the same amount of gold no matter where we kill it?
Well, I want to keep my enemy laner behind in gold and in levels.
Okay, but if you proxy, why can't they get the same amount of gold and same amount of experience?
Because they're focusing me. They get experience, but they're focusing me and not my minion wave.
Okay, that's one dimension of proxying. Good. You force enemy to make a choice between killing you and minion wave. Okay, good. What's another reason why we proxy? I was going to go with... That's what I was trying to explain earlier. But yeah, what's another reason you want to proxy? Or is that all you know so far?
That's all I know so far. And that's it.
Cool. Okay, so if we're in a tough matchup, do we want to proxy?
No. Just farm.
But proxying is farming, right? They can be the same thing?
Yeah, but he will kill me if I go proxy,
Okay, we need to change some understandings of proxying. So, So the reason proxying was created is two reasons. Tempo, you kill the wave quicker than your enemy, because if you catch a wave here, you have like plus 20 seconds, right? Compared to the Aatrox, who kills it here, right? Because you've killed the wave by the time your wave gets to here, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. The second reason we proxy is because we don't want to lane against the enemy we're versing. So, if those two things are true about proxying, do we want to proxy into a tough matchup?
Then yes, yeah.
Yes. Do we want to proxy in an easy matchup?
No.
It depends, but basically yes. Yes and no. Good. Awesome.
Okay.
So now we've got a basic understanding of proxying. Talk to me about how you set up a proxy. What do you know about setting up a proxy?
Well, the only thing I know is that I push my wave to the tower and then I go proxy.
Okay. So let's get more specific. So at what level do you try and proxy? Is there any strategy you're trying to work out every time at the moment?
For me, I like to proxy at level 6 so I can run away with my ult.
Okay. Do you think you can proxy earlier than that?
Maybe level 4 or 3.
Yep.
Just in case I need my shield and my Q. That's it.
Cool.
And my E.
Cool. So if we wanted to set up a proxy at level 3 or 4, how could we do that?
So I think it's the same. You push the wave, and make sure to check where the jungler is to not get killed by him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we can proxy.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
But
yeah.
but the problem is sometimes I don't watch where the jungler is.
Yeah.
And I just go proxy and die from him.
Okay. So based on this ward, what do you think the jungler's doing? The enemy jungler.
He's going bot from bot to top.
What does that mean for you and proxy?
That I can proxy at least for 2 minutes.
Yes, but we can't really proxy at level 1, level 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in general, if a enemy jungler is pathing bot to top, it's going to be very hard for you to proxy with your current level and skill of proxying, because the jungler is just going to come up and kill you. So, when we know the jungler is going bot to top, generally we don't want to proxy until we know he's fucked off back to bot lane, basically.
Okay.
So, now we've got a bit of a game plan, right? So, we know because Xin has started bot, we need to play this lane normally. So, we can't proxy until we understand where Xin Zhao is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so let's say we're in a game and you have an opportunity to proxy, but you don't know where Xin is. What are the factors you need to think about whether you can proxy or whether you have to play normal?
Can you help me with that question? I don't really know.
Okay, so you don't know where Xin is, right? You don't know where the enemy jungler is. He could be top, he could be bot, he could be at dragon. Are you following me?
Yeah.
And what you've done is you've created a crash into the turret, and you can now walk around here and get the proxy. Yep.
Okay.
Still following me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now what do we need to think about as we're walking here in order to make this a good proxy?
Will the jungler come for me, or will he stay somewhere else?
Good. That's part 1. What's part 2? If the jungler comes, what's the next question you can ask yourself?
Will I get the wave, or will I die not getting the wave?
Yes. And then what's 3?
I don't. That's all I know.
Can I kill?
I definitely can't kill, because I remember the gameplay.
Wait, why can't you kill?
I remember the gameplay here, so...
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, why are you scared of the Aatrox here?
Because I've laned against Aatrox a couple of million times, and I know what they can do.
Okay. Were you watching the review with Nova?
Half watching, half not.
Okay. What do we know about level 2 versus level 1? Who's stronger?
Well, I am stronger.
Good. Okay. What do we know about minions? Who's got more minions?
I do.
Cool. So, do you now think you win this trade with that information?
Yes, I can.
Cool. So, similar to what I was talking to Nova, you have like a dog, I can't think of another analogy. I'm not calling you a dog, but a dog, when they get in trouble, you hit them, right? And so when they do that behavior again, they think they're in trouble and they'll like get scared and they'll cower away, right? So you've been hit in the past. by like for doing something wrong, like taking a bad trade against Aatrox, right? And so in your head, you've got this habit now where you think you're going to get punished, but when you're actually ahead, you get to do the punishing. So you need to break whatever the bad experience you've had with Aatrox and go back to top lane fundamentals. If I'm level 2, I am stronger than a level 1. If I have more HP, I am stronger than a level 1. If I have more minions, my wave is stronger than theirs, which makes this a 2v1. Because every minion, 21 damage, 11 damage. Add all these up, that's about 100 damage. Whereas these guys are basically doing no damage to you at all. Cool. So this is a kill window.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, what do we want to do now?
I'll get the tower, and then maybe I'll see if I can proxy.
Okay. Cool. I'm really excited to see how you set this proxy up. Because this is a really good proxy window. So I'm really interested to see how you set this up.
I don't remember if I proxied or not.
Okay.
I couldn't. That one.
Why can't you proxy here?
The laner is already here and I don't have minion waves that are pushed. No. Because these can die easily right now.
Why can't you just walk?
I did not think about that.
Let's look how long it will take him to kill these minions. Okay, 251. Five seconds. Do you think 5 seconds is long enough for you to walk here and catch the wave and then pull it?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So could we have proxied here?
Yes, we could.
Cool. Why wouldn't we want to proxy here?
Well, the Zinzao is coming top, so...
Cool. So...
But like I said, I didn't know where was the jungler, so
yeah.
I didn't know if I could proxy or not.
Okay, good. We're learning now. So if you want to be a proxy player, what is something we need to know?
We have to know where the jungler is and if I can proxy or not.
Yes, good. Excellent. So we've learned something new about proxying. Good.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so we haven't taken the proxy and we don't know where the jungler is. What do we want to do after this wave?
Normally I would recall and get some items.
Good. Do you do something different?
No, I don't do anything different.
Good.
I just, recall.
Good. Excellent.
But here I think I overstayed in this game.
Cool. Is this a good recall timer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the wave can bounce back to me.
Cool. But we take the trade.
I get the kill here.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's a bot, by the way, because it's gone ghost heal, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the Middle East server in quick play, does it put bots in the game or not?
No.
Okay.
So I think he's a new player.
Okay. Got it. Excellent. We're going to proxy. This is good. Okay. Okay, what do we want to do before we die here?
I want to try to get the minion wave health as low as possible, so I can kill them while I activate my passive.
Okay. Did Zinzao just flash on you?
Yeah.
Okay. In this situation, I would ask what would Baus do? What do you think Baus would do? Do you watch Baus and how he plays Sion?
Yes, I watch him a lot, yeah.
Cool. What do you think he does? Because I know exactly what he does in this situation because I've seen it.
I think he would flash behind him and go take the tower, or get at least submitted the tower.
I don't think you can do that. Because he's already flashed on you, you're too low. Sure, you've got flash, but he's sitting between you and flash. So even if you flash here, he can still attack you.
Or I could just flash over the wall, maybe.
Yeah, Baus would take the fight here. Now, you have one ability that Baus could use here to win and kill this Xin Zhao with your reanimation form. What do you think it is? Is it your Q? Is it your W? Is it your E?
I think it's the W, maybe? I can get more shield so I can fight it out the fight and then maybe win.
Wait, you actually have enough mana for both. Okay. What I would do is I would W first, and then I would use E. Why would I want to use... So I've got enough mana to use W and E. Why would I want to make sure I use E just before I die as Sion?
So I can slow him down?
Yes.
Maybe get some spacing?
Well, you're dead, so you don't want spacing, right? So what do we know about Phase Rush? Why do we go Phase Rush on Sion?
If I can get at least 3 abilities, I can run faster when I proc it.
Yep, and does it work when you're in your dead animation? Like your reanimation form?
I actually don't know.
It does.
Oh, okay.
So we want to hit the E to get the slow as we die, because your death animation has like a timer, right? And once Sion dies, this Xin Zhao's going to start running away, and the slow stops him from running away. Are you following?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So we would W here, we wouldn't Q.
Okay.
Because look, we don't do anything with that, right?
Yep.
And then we would fight Xin Zhao. Good. Good. Excellent.
I fought him because I saw the jungler coming to me.
You're so close.
Then I killed him.
Now imagine if you used your mana instead of the Q. Look at this. Instead of the Q, right? You also had your W. You had enough mana for your W, by the way. Or your E. If you had just gotten your E off on him, he's dead here. Correct?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. So are you now kind of confident in your ability to 1v1 an enemy jungler at 4 minutes?
I'm way more confident now.
Good. And you know how to set it up?
I just know about how to proxy my... not proxy. Proc my phase rush while in the passive.
Yes. Good, good, good. You're so close.
I did not know about that.
Yes. Good, good. We're learning now. Okay, cool. Yep. We've learnt a lot about proxying so far, correct?
Yep.
Good. Excellent.
Oh, and I also have a question about itemization.
Yep.
How do I know if I should go tank or AD in a game?
Great question. It's really how you want to play Sion. So, Baus will play tank or phase rush depending on just what he wants to play. But it basically, you need to make that decision during champion select, because tank Sion needs to go grasp and AD Sion needs to go phase rush. Why do you think so?
I don't know about grasp, but phase rush, because we can, run faster so we can kill the enemy if he's running away.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think...
And for grasp, I really don't know.
Okay. So the grass tree, the green tree, is the tank tree. It just gives you more access to tankier runes, like, or what are they called? Yeah, I guess they're called runes. And And so we go the grasp tree when we want to play tank, and then we want to play AD, we go phase rush. So it really depends on what you want to do as a player. So if you want to play...
Actually, sometimes...
Yeah?
Sometimes I go phase rush on tank also.
You shouldn't do that. If you want to play tank, play grasp.
Okay.
Because phase rush doesn't help a tank Sion. Being tanky helps a tank Sion. And the grasp tree is important because every time you proc a grasp, you get extra health. And a tank Sion, his main ability as to why tank Sion is so strong is his HP. From his soul furnace, your passive, this bad boy. This one, sorry. Soul furnace. Sion gains 4 max health when he kills a unit. So, we want to be playing towards that more. Okay. And then, if we want to be playing AD, we play phase rush. I've explained this kind of poorly, but in the basically to summarize, you need to choose in champion select whether you want to play tank or AD, and then you got to commit to that build. Does that make sense?
It does.
Cool. Nice. Awesome. Remember to charge your W when you're charging your Q. Good job. Do we have a proxy angle here after we take the plating?
We do.
Excellent. Let's see if we take it. Cool. Why don't you W when you're queuing?
I always forget. I always do it when I finish my queue.
Okay. Remember.
But I know you can do that while you're holding your queue.
Yeah. Remember to do that. Okay. Can we set up a proxy here?
We can actually.
Yes. Why don't you?
Well, I think I had enough gold to buy an item.
Okay.
Right in this gameplay here.
Okay.
And I can also kill, so I can easily get the proxy here.
Yes, correct.
But I did not proxy.
Why didn't you proxy?
Well, like I said, I think I had enough gold to buy an item.
Why can't you take the wave and then recall and buy the item?
Because I didn't know where the jungler was.
Did you almost 1v1 the jungler last time you fought him?
Yes.
Why do we care about where the jungler is then?
Well, there is Aatrox here, and the jungler might come.
Yeah, Aatrox is level 3.
So that's... Yep.
What else do we know about Aatrox, and what else do we know about proxying? Remember, proxying makes the enemy have a choice, right?
Yep.
What are the two choices an enemy can do when you proxy?
Either they take my wave.
Yep.
And they lose their minion wave. Either they come after me and lose gold and experience.
Yes. And do you think in a 2v1 you could kill either Aatrox or Xin? You're level 6, Aatrox is level 3, Xin Zhao would probably be level 5.
Xin Zhao would be a problem, but Aatrox is an easy kill.
Excellent. So, if you proxied into a 2v1 and then got the Aatrox kill, do you think that's a good death?
Yes, actually.
Excellent. So, now we know we should have proxied here. Sweet. Cool. Now, what's interesting is you said you think you have an item to buy, but you still don't recall.
Yeah, that's my problem here. I don't know when to recall or when to fight or when to do anything, you know? I'm just playing as if I don't use my head.
Okay. So, in the future, in this situation, so let's say you now queued up for another game and this exact scenario happened. What would you do? Would you go back or would you go proxy?
right here, let's say I had maybe at least 200 gold. Let's say.
Yep.
And then over here, I'd I would proxy.
Good. Excellent. Yes, correct. Recalling here is not the correct answer. Proxying and then recall is the correct answer. Why?
For the champion or the enemy laner, he would lose, like I said, gold, EXP, and a minion wave.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
And my wave would bounce back to me.
Yes. Excellent. Good.
And I will still be safe, and I would have an item.
Good. Excellent. Perfect. Yes. So now we know. Good. Cool. Are you really scared of this guy?
Yes.
Why are you scared of this guy?
From the top lane experience, I've been ganked a lot with any champion that I played, and I always die from the ganks. So it's like the term you said that about the dog.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what is happening right now.
Okay. So if we're theory crafting, do you think based on 166 mana, your ult costs 100 mana, do you think you could 1v1 this Xin Zhao right now?
Yes.
Good. So if this situation happens again in a game like this, where you are up 4 kills, you're level 6 versus level 4, will you have the confidence to take this 1v1?
Yes, I do.
Good. Excellent. We don't need to look any more into that then. This is a kill for you. You just ult here, and if he kills you, you just kill him in with your animation, like your reanimation form.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. We've gotten to 30 minutes. Can you, before we go to Tello, can you give me a bit of a recap on everything you've learned about proxying and Sion?
Well, I learned many things.
Yep.
About the runes, about proxying, when to recall.
Yep.
Well, about proxying, you said we have to know where the jungler is, and if he comes for me, can I get a kill?
Yes.
And can I get the wave?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep. And how do you know if you think you can get the kill and the wave?
Levels. If I'm level 2 and he's level 1, I can easily get a kill.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And if I have more minions than he does, then it's a guarantee kill for me.
Yes. Yeah. And what if you're going for the kill and you know you're going to die? What is a really important thing you do just before you die?
Well, I should try to proc my phase rush.
No, just before you die. So, before you go into your reanimation form, what should you try and get off? It's an ability.
Oh, okay, it's W and E. And
yes,
then,
you want to get the slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want the slow because our death animation takes like 1 second, and then we can speed ourselves up and proc phase rush and then kill him.
Yep.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay, guys. Any other questions, Salt, before I go to the next person?
No, everything has been clear so far.
Excellent. Okay, so next session, I hope you're still playing Proxy Sion, and then we can kind of see the next stages and see how you're learning and understanding. And for homework, I would really encourage you to watch Bowser's Twitch streams and really look at when he proxies and always ask yourself, why is he proxying here? And try and get into his mindset, because once you understand what he's doing, you can then apply that to your situation.
Okay, I will.
Awesome.